Viewers here in the United States and around the world, I'm Wolf Blitzer. You're in the Situation Room. We begin with the criminal contempt charge in the works for Trump loyalist Steve Bannon over his defiance of the January 6th Select Committee. Bannon ignoring a subpoena deadline he faced today. Our senior legal affairs correspondent Paula Reed is following the investigation for us. Paula, it looks like, as they say, they're not messing around at all.
No, they're not messing around. In fact, Wolf, they're sending a message to Bannon and the other witnesses they're targeting in this investigation that if you don't comply, they will try to force you. But criminal contempt is a lengthy process. It has to go through the committee, then the House, and then it's ultimately up to Attorney General Merrick Garland whether to actually prosecute. Tonight, lawmakers investigating January 6th moved to hold longtime Trump advisor Steve Bannon in criminal contempt after he defied their subpoena to sit for a deposition today. In a statement, the committee chairman, Benny Thompson, said he will not tolerate defiance of our subpoenas, so we must move forward.
So we're not fooling around. We expect people to fulfill their lawful duties.
Bannon has repeatedly said he will not comply unless ordered by a court, noting that former President Trump has said he will invoke executive privilege and has directed Bannon not to participate. In a letter to lawmakers, Bannon's lawyer wrote, "That is an issue between the committee and President Trump's counsel, and Mr. Bannon is not required to respond at this time." While lawmakers took to the airwaves to say they are seeking the truth, Bannon didn't even address it in his podcast out today, instead just repeating the big lie.
Stolen elections have catastrophic consequences, and that's what we're seeing in this country right now.
How are you doing this afternoon?
Bannon was not the only no-show on Capitol Hill today. Sources tell CNN the committee agreed to a short postponement of a scheduled deposition with former Trump Pentagon official Kash Patel. Multiple sources tell CNN Patel continues to engage with lawmakers, but in a podcast interview Thursday, Representative Adam Schiff referred to Patel as an evil zealot who is willing to do anything Trump wanted.
And he rose phoenix-like through the Trump administration, one position after another, even being contemplated to take over the CIA.
Schiff also emphasized the committee is interested in how Trump tried to pressure Justice Department officials to overturn the 2020 election. Yesterday, the committee sent another subpoena to former Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark. Investigators cite credible evidence that he was involved in efforts to interrupt peaceful transfer of power, even proposing the Justice Department send a letter to state legislators in Georgia and other states suggesting they delay certification of election results. A source familiar with Clark's discussions with the committee say it is likely he will testify. On Wednesday, former acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen, who pushed back on Clark's efforts to overturn the election, spoke with investigators for 8 hours. Trump can still file a legal challenge to try to block requests from the committee, but it's unclear if he will be successful. On Wednesday, he issued a statement suggesting Republicans won't vote in 2022 or 2024 if 2020 election fraud is not, quote, solved. Trump released a statement today attacking the committee, saying it should hold itself in criminal contempt. Now, former Trump advisors Mark Meadows and Dan Scavino were subpoenaed to appear tomorrow, but the committee has agreed to postpone those depositions. But, Wolf, it's unclear if either man will cooperate, but they saw today what happens if they don't.
Yeah, criminal contempt, very, very serious potentially. Thank you very much, Paula Reed.